You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever.
We've got the third place game fixing to take place with the Roswell Coyotes as the home team and the Lovington Wildcats as the visitors. And then at 1 o'clock, we'll have the championship game, Goddard visiting the Artesia Bulldogs, the home team. Lee, it's been a good tournament so far, and looking forward to a good day today. It's beautiful today.
It has. It's supposed to be high temperature today here in Artesia, about 86. I don't know if it'll get there for this game, but I think that 1 o'clock game, it probably will.
Yeah, it's going to be nice and warm right now, just as calm as it can be. I don't see a cloud in the sky, just beautiful, clear blue skies here at the ballpark. The Roswell Coyotes fell last night. Can I look at that?
Yep.
All right, tell you what, would you read that through, just the whole tournament, where everybody's at?
I will. So the game right now is going to be between the Lovington Wildcats and the Roswell Coyotes. And so yesterday Lovington played Goddard and lost 9-4. And Roswell High played our own Artesia Bulldogs. And how many innings did that go? Eight. Artesia, it was a really pretty well played game and went back and forth. Artesia ended up winning 5-4 in 8, and so that's how Roswell High is here this morning. So coming into the game, Lovington's 4-4, and Roswell High has a record of 3-7. And anyway, I expect it to be a competitive game, and we're fixing to have some Saturday baseball.
Yes, we are, right here, KSVP Radio, AM 990 and FM 93.7. We're also on KSVPTV.com, and so they have met the coaches and the umpires. They've talked about it, and it looks like we're about to get underway. So let me go ahead and give you the starting lineups. The visiting team, Lovington Wildcats, number 4, Jaden Gutierrez is leading off, playing center field. The left fielder and batting second is number 2, Ryan Weiser, and playing catcher and batting in the 3-hole, number 12, Micah Pando. Number 23, Juan Sepulveda. He is the third baseman batting cleanup. First baseman is number 5, Patrick Sanchez, and he is batting 5th. Number 19, Fidencio Lujan, playing right field, batting in the 6-hole. Number 14 is Cole McKillop, DHing and batting 7th. Batting 8th is number 10, Auden Paredes. He is playing second base. And batting 9th and playing shortstop, number 3, Jude Madrid. For the Roswell Coyotes defensively and their batting order, number 13, Joaquin Bolaños is pitching, and he's leading off. The third baseman, number 15, Luke Lynn, is batting second. His brother playing first base, number 23, Noah Lynn, batting in the 3-hole. Batting cleanup, number 12, Savino Sanchez, playing second base. The left fielder is number 3, Abey Toscano, and he is batting 5th. Batting 6th, center fielder, number 8, Davian Dominguez. Number 18 is Elias Lujan. He's DHing and batting 7th. Batting 8th, number 10, Jacob Palomino. He's playing shortstop. And the catcher, number 2, Diego Villa, is batting 9th. Pitching again for the Roswell Coyotes is number 13, Joaquin Bolaños, and he's taking his warm-ups right now. Did I have something wrong?
He's being DH for Villa.
Oh, Villa is being DH'd for, so what did I miss?
Jace Griffin is the number 9 hole hitter in right field.
Okay, I better fix that. Thank you. Jace Griffin. Roswell is.
All right, baseball fans. Joby's allowing me to be the play-by-play guy today. He's going to do the color commentating, so we're fixing to have our first pitch. Stepping into the box for the Wildcats is Jaden Gutierrez. He's playing center field for the Wildcats. Joaquin Bolaños, first pitch. Fastball. Ground ball in the 4-hole for a single. Right fielder makes a throw to first, but Gutierrez has good speed and ran it out and was safe on the play. So coming up will be number 2, the left fielder, Ryan Weiser. Bolaños gets his sign and comes set. Here's the pitch. Good curveball. Took a lot off that curveball. So Bolaños, I was told, primary pitches are fastball, curveball. He likes to get ahead with his fastball and maybe finish the hitters off with the curveball. That was a really good curveball then. And the next pitch, ground ball to the third baseman. He throws to second. On to first. It brings the first baseman inside the bag, so the runner, Weezer, is safe at first. They have the put out at second base. That would be a 5-4 if you're scoring it at home. So Weezer reaches on a fielder's choice. That brings up one out in the inning with the catcher, Micah Pondo, coming up. He's wearing number 12 for the Wildcats. Weezer has a really good lead at first. Line drive to left field by Pando. Not hit really hard. He kind of hit it off the end of the bat off that curveball. So Wildcats are in business with one out. Runners at first and second.
Number 23, Juan Sepulveda.
That's going to bring up the third baseman for the Wildcats, Juan Sepulveda, wearing number 23.
And coming in and run for Pando is number 12. 17.
17, yeah. Mm-hmm. So the defense for the Coyotes, everybody's pretty much straight away. Shortstop's playing way over in the pull hole, in the 6 hole for Sepulveda. And the pitch, ground ball to the third baseman. Oh, it finds the hole. The runners move up one bag, so the Wildcats now have the bases loaded with one out. Going to bring up the 5-hole hitter.
Number 5, Patrick Sanchez.
First baseman Patrick Sanchez.
So good hitting here. They're getting on the first pitch almost every time.
They
getting
are.
Those base hits.
Being really aggressive at the plate, which I think is good. If you're getting some good pitches to hit, you might as well be swinging. That was my standard.
I think it's a good standard. Oh, he caught the. Oh, we're going to have a little wider strike zone on this one. That was a called strike.
I was kind of looking at the defense. So
curveball that caught the front edge of the black.
So Sanchez down in the count. That was another strike. It's kind of a delayed visual by the home plate umpire, but it's 0-2 on Patrick Sanchez. And the pitch, another curveball, foul back. It's very bright. It's bright for me. I tried to have these sunglasses on, Joby, and I can't see. I don't know. You should be able to see the baseball with polarized sunglasses, but they're not working. And the fastball is in. Almost hit him on the left elbow. Runs the count to 1-2.
Coming in to run was Abraham Rodriguez, number 17. He's courtesy running for Pando, the catcher. He's out at second.
Okay, Bolaños in the stretch, and the pitch, another curveball in the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2.
So it looks like Bolaños, his go-to pitch is a curveball. He's thrown quite a few.
It looks that way, yes. The middle infielders are about halfway, fastball away. Runs the count to full. He's got to bring one in there. Doesn't want to walk a Wildcat in. All the infielders are pretty well playing back, except middle infielders I'm calling that halfway.
He walked him.
Fastball up. It's going to be a base on ball and an RBI for Sanchez. Easiest RBI he'll have today, probably, Joby.
Yeah, and he was down 0-2, and he even had a foul ball before. And then he had 4 straight balls after the first 3 strikes.
Good job of working a walk.
And that brings Fidencio Lujan to the plate, batting from the left side.
Lujan playing right field. He's a pretty put-together kid. Fastball. Called strike. It's about there's nothing wrong with it. There's about a 3.5-second delay on the visual by the umpire showing strike.
Yeah,
we kind of got to wait.
Yeah, they can hear him down there, but we can't.
Fastball fouled away to the left side. Going to run the count to 0-2 on Fidencio Lujan, the right fielder. He's wearing number 19 for the Wildcats. It looks like they're going to give up a run on a ground ball, or the Coyotes. There's a curveball, stays up. I believe the count is 1-2.
It is.
Okay.
They're not there. They got it updated.
Pitch by Bolaños. Fastball with a swinging strike 3. That pitch was off the plate, so he helped. Lujan helped Bolaños out on that swing, bringing
19, Fidencio Lujan.
for 2 outs in the inning for the Coyotes. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Cole McKillop.
Hey, guys, it's number 14 up the bat. That was Lujan that just struck out.
And the pitch, fastball for a strike. Bases loaded. Wildcats looking for a 2-out hit right here. Pitch by Bolaños, fastball, ground ball to the shortstop. He's going to throw to first for the out. I'm going to let Jovi give you the inning totals when he gets it punched in there. Good job by Bolaños not giving up any more runs. Gave up 1 run on the walk.
Yeah, there was 3 hits, but only 1 run scored, no errors, and 3 runners left on base as we head into the bottom of the second inning. The Lovington Wildcats lead the Coyotes 1-0, and we'll take a break. Stay right there.
Central is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
The Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center now has their very own website. Visit artesiamuseum.org to stay up to date on events and exhibits. Look through historical photos of Artesia, submit research requests, and more. For information, please call 575-748-7345. Stop by the Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center at 505 West Richardson Avenue or online at artesiamuseum.org. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 4. This ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax. Attention Goddard Rocket fans! When you have a history of greatness, the real challenge starts after the finish line. When victory alone isn't enough, raise your bar, keep dreaming, and go beyond the limits that you thought.
They're from the bank that Milfoy's throwing.
Like Ray Roberts. Mm-hmm. But the guy from Texas named Lee Livesey, he's got a good first name. His chatterbait has a bubblegum pink trailer on it.
Okay.
Yeah, so they've never seen that before at the Classic, and probably these fish have not either.
I was throwing at, one Fort Phantom Hill. I was fishing with Kelly off the back of the boat, and I'll tell you what, because I did something similar to that, and I caught the big bass, and we won that tournament.
Up for the Coyotes is a pitcher, number 13, Joaquin Bolaños. On the mound for the Wildcats is Josiah Gano. Ground ball to third base. He flips it over. Root. Very nonchalant throw. He didn't think Bolaños, who runs really well, got down the line. He did not get on top of that ball. He just kind of flipped it over there, and Bolaños safe at first. We're going to have a courtesy runner. Number 00. That's my favorite number, I think. Easy to remember.
I don't even think it's a number. But I don't have 00 on my roster.
Okay.
So
all right.
So look at the lineup card.
Stepping in the box is third baseman Luke Lynn. There's a soft curveball for swinging strike 1. His brother Noah Lynn, the first baseman, stands on deck. He takes up the whole on-deck circle. That's for sure. He's a big kid. No outs in the inning. Here's the pitch by Ghana. Long fly ball to left field. Weezer misplays it. Ball's over the left fielder's head. Lynn's going to have a stand-up double. Runner from first. Stops it. Coach stops him at third. So the Coyotes in business. Runners at second and third by the stand-up double by Luke Lynn. No outs in the inning. Noah Lynn, the first baseman wearing number 23, steps in. He's got an RBI chance right here. Ghana, we saw pitch yesterday, Joby, for the Wildcats yesterday afternoon. Here's the pitch. Curveball. It's a fly ball to center field. I don't know if that's going to be deep enough. Really good catch by the center fielder, Jaden Gutierrez, the courtesy runner from third, tags and scores, so Coyotes knotted up 1-1. Lynn could not advance from second to third. It's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, the second baseman, Savino Sanchez, for the Coyotes. The flag is not moving on the flagpole right now, Joby, so minimal wind.
Yeah, really calm day.
Gutierrez kind of misplayed that, or he got to the ball in center field. Here's the pitch, curveball. Stays inside for ball one. I've got to wait a little bit before I make a ball strike call while I'm watching the umpire. I can't hear him. Hearing is not one of my best assets right now. Here's the pitch, fastball. Stays up for ball two.
So the courtesy runner was Isaac Orozco. He wearing 00, so he's the one that came in and scored.
Here's the pitch by Ghana. See, I couldn't even see that ball off the bat hardly. It's really what I'm setting up in the press box. The sun's shining off the counter, so it's very bright. I don't see many players out there with sunglasses on. I guess it's not bothering them. They're not 64 like I am.
Well, the other thing is we're sitting up here looking out, and the sun is kind of almost straight up now, but it's coming right into coming right into the press box, and so it's a lot of things to reflect off of.
Right.
For them, it's above their heads.
Pitch by Ghana. That's a routine pop fly, middle of the infield. Here comes the second baseman. He drops the baseball. That's going to be ruled as an error, Joby. Got to go as an error. So the second, it was right behind the pitcher, on the back of the pitcher's mound towards the second baseman. He was running as hard as he could. The pitcher, I don't know if he stumbled, but he wasn't going to get to the ball. He was going to have to make an over-the-shoulder catch. Second baseman calls it, hits off the heel of the glove, and he kind of dropped the ball. So the Coyotes, with one out, have runners at first and second with number 3, the left fielder, Abe Toscano, stepping in the box. Wildcat middle infielders in double play depth. Lovington Wildcat first baseman is holding the runner on. I'm not sure why. The only thing I say that, Joby, it leaves a big hole over there in the right side of the infield. Curveball for swinging strike one on Toscano. We've seen the Wildcats jump on the first pitch, as are the Coyotes, being very aggressive. Both teams at the plate. Fastball. There's a fly ball. It's to the shortstop. I thought it was going to the center fielder, Joby. I couldn't pick it up.
Yeah, it was it's almost straight up.
Right.
Infield fly, pop fly.
So the shortstop, Jude Madrid, makes the play for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up number 8, the center fielder, Davian Dominguez, for the Coyotes. I will say the Coyotes are coached by Ernest Lujan. Ghana with the pitch. Curveball. That almost spun him around twice, Joby, on the swing. It was a really slow curveball.
Yeah, and he took a big cut at it.
He did. He spun himself into the ground on that one. I can't say dirt. It's turf. Runner from second. Lynn, the big man, steals third. It was a double steal, so now the Coyotes have runners in scoring position at second and third now for Davian Dominguez, the center fielder. The DH, Elias Lujan, on deck. Here's Ghana from the stretch. And the pitch. Fly ball, center fielder. Outstanding play by Jaden Gutierrez. He has to dive and dust. The field is so dusty from the nice weather we've been having. I'm being facetious, but just dust flies up all over the place when the runners or players are sliding or diving for the ball. So go ahead, Joby, for the inning totals there.
So the Roswell Coyotes get 2 hits. They tied up with 1 run. There was 1 Lovington error and 2 runners left on base. When we come back, we'll have Auden Paradas and Jude Madrid, and then the top of the order, Jaden Gutierrez for the Lovington Wildcats. Stay right here, KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service.
Hello, baseball fans. Lee Johnson, Joby Hodling here. It's 1-1. It's going into the top of the second. Wildcats at the plate for the Wildcats. Number 10, Auden Paredes. He's playing second base. Joaquin Bolaños on the mound for the Coyotes. Timeout.
Did he call a balk?
I do not know. I'm not sure what he's telling him. It looked like to me like Bolaños had started his windup, then the umpire called timeout. Maybe he called timeout just a little bit before that. Bolaños with the windup and the pitch.
Well, he definitely called a balk. That was a ball on that.
Okay.
He walked out, and so because I saw him hold up 1-1.
That was go ahead.
And the first pitch was a called strike, so that's strike two. So
okay.
1-2.
All right, and the pitch. That was a curve ball away, bounced in the dirt.
That gets him to 2-2.
The catcher, Diego Villa, for the Coyotes, had to slide out there. Not a very tough chance, but he kept the ball in front of him. And the pitch. Fastball, line drive to center field. It's going to drop in front of the center fielder. Gets by him.
Good hustle there as he beat it out. There was a play at the second base, but he beat it out, so safe with the double.
That is Aiden Paredes with the leadoff double for the Coyotes. He was down in the count. The ball doesn't seem to be carrying right now, Joby.
Yeah, and it's calm. I mean, there's no wind blowing in.
If you look at the smoke coming off the refinery smokestack, or it's kind of blowing right at us, but we really can't feel that. Sacrifice bunt. Bolaños lets it bounce on the third baseline, and it bounced foul. They're trying to sacrifice a runner from second to third.
Yeah, Jude Madrid, the number 9 hitter.
He's playing shortstop for the Wildcats.
Defensively, Toscano, Dominguez, Griffin left to right. Lynn, Palomino, Sanchez, and Lynn third to first. It's Luke on third and Noah at first. Diego Villa catching Joaquin Bolaños. There's your Roswell defense.
Bolaños with the pitch. He squares around again. There's a bunt. He fouls it off to the first base side. He's down in the count. 0-2 is Jude Madrid. He's wearing number 3 for the Wildcats.
So the top of the order on deck, it'll be Jaden Gutierrez and Ryan Weiser in the hole for the Wildcats with none down and a runner at second base after that leadoff double. So Madrid out of bunts, but maybe he tries it again anyways. I don't know.
Some coaches will, if he trusts the hitter. Bolaños out of the stretch, looks at the second base runner and the pitch. Curveball. Diego Villa, good job blocking that, drop down. His curveball's not real hard, so it's easier than a really hard curveball that has a lot of bite to it. Bolaños with the pitch. Fastball. I believe that hit him.
It did.
That's going to go down if you're scoring it as a HP hit by pitch. So the Coyotes with no outs have runners at first and second. They're in business. Bringing up the leadoff hitter, center fielder Jaden Gutierrez. Made a nice catch the previous half inning in center field.
And sometimes that can equate. You make a good defensive play, then you come to bat and you get a good hit. So we'll see what happens.
That's what he's hoping, I'm sure.
Right.
Here's the pitch by Bolaños. Fastball. Good line drive at the shortstop. It one hops off his glove. All runners are going to be safe. That's going to go down as a single. He hit that fairly hard.
Number 2, Ryan Weiser.
It was to the shortstop's right in the hole, Joby, and he dove for it, but it just ticked off his glove and rolled out past him into shallow left field, bringing up Ryan Weiser, the Ryan Weiser, the left fielder, pardon me. Curveball, there's a fly ball to right center. That's going to find the gap. It lands softly in between center fielder and the right fielder, and the Wildcats score a run on that. I didn't know if they were going to try to score two or not. Bases loaded, though, Joby, for the Wildcats with no outs.
Yeah, they just went station to station. They just had to hold. They had to hold up to make sure he didn't get to it.
They did. So we said this yesterday during our game. The Roswell High right fielder is way to the line, so there's a giant gap in between he and the center fielder. Fly ball.
Might be trouble, but
shallow outfield. Second baseman back even up. He camps under it. I didn't know if the center fielder was going to call him off or not. But the second baseman, Paradas, makes the catch. Pretty nice play.
Well, normally the outfielder, I think, are kind of coached. You're coming in on it, so it's easier than backing up on it. Typically, if he can get to it, he calls him off. But in that case, second baseman
and he made it. The second baseman made it definitively said ball, and
he did.
I can make the catch.
Yeah, I think it's what he did.
Going to bring up the catcher for the Wildcats, Micah Pondo. Curveball, blocked by Villa. Bolaños looks like his primary pitch is his curveball, as Joby said just a little bit ago. Bases full of Wildcats. Good RBI opportunity for Pondo. Here's the pitch out of the windup. Fastball. That's a fastball. Gets past the third baseman. That's going to score. That's going to score a run. All the other runners go station to station, leaving the bases loaded.
And that was actually Sepulveda at the plate.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he gets a base hit. So Pondo, did they bat out of order?
No. I called.
Oh, Pondo got that. He hit that little bloop.
Yes, I called him out of order. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Sorry, baseball fans. Pitch by Bolaños, curveball. It's a pop-up to the right side of the infielder. First baseman thinks he has it and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. That would be Noah Lynn on making the play on that pop fly. Good curveball by Bolaños. He just about every hitter so far has started him off with the curveball.
And they're jumping on it.
They are.
Almost every at bat, we see a guy swing at the first pitch.
Here comes the left-handed hitter, right fielder Fidencio Lujan. He smokes a ground ball or line drive down the line. I thought it was. I cannot see. Okay.
I guess they said foul. I didn't see an umpire raise his hands.
He did. Coach out
there on the first base side. Right. Okay. I was watching the home plate, who's looking straight down the line.
I couldn't see, so it looks real beat out down the line. It's hard to see the foul line, the white on the foul line right there. It's there. It's hard to see right there. So one strike on Lujan, Wildcat right fielder. He's got an RBI opportunity. He calls time. Bolaños probably wants to talk to his catcher. I don't know if they're changing signs. You want to make sure that they're not calling a pitch from second base, Joby, the runner to the hitter.
Yeah, telling him what it is.
I mean, you don't want to hold down a one. I mean, you got to kind of mix your signs up a little bit so that doesn't happen. So the hitter cannot tee off on a pitch he knows that's going to be that pitch, fastball, curveball, whatever. Bolaños gets his sign. He's out of the windup. 2 outs in the inning. And the pitch, curveball. Didn't know if he's going to raise his hand. Okay.
0-2. Took him a minute. We can't hear him. I know they can hear him, but we can't, so we got to wait.
We might need to mic him up just for that.
Yeah.
And the pitch hits him. That's going to walk in a run.
Yep. RBI hit by pitch.
Hit by pitch. Wildcats have scored. That's 3 in the inning so far. Looking to get more. Going to bring up the designated hitter, number 14, Cole McKillop.
Yeah, this is kind of turning into a big inning, and it really can if somebody hits a hits a gap here with the bases loaded.
Exactly. Pitch by Bolaños, fastball fouled back. McKillop was right on that.
Because the runners ought to be going hard on the swing.
They should. We've seen some not so aggressive base running. I think when they should be aggressive, if that makes sense.
Well, right now they should be, and they didn't take off on that swing, so I don't know. They're just missing it, I think. I think that's going to be called strike two.
Okay.
It is.
I can kind of hear it. I was trying to listen then. We've got stuff playing. You can hear it in anyway.
If we have the, I don't know if we have it, Jeff, but if we have the little extender, we can put it down there.
Pitch by Bolaños, fastball jams him. Just gets out of play to the right side. It's still 0-2 on Cole McKillop, the DH for the Wildcats. He's looking for a 2-out hit to have a big inning. They already have a pretty big inning going right here, but they could break it open with a single. Pitch by Bolaños, fastball.
He called him out?
Called, third strike.
Whoa. I thought it was way off the plate, but I said this earlier, we got a wider zone.
So McKillop called third strike for the third out of the inning.
So the Lovington Wildcats get 4 hits, 3 runs. There were no Coyote errors, and they left 3 on the base paths. Our score after an inning and a half is 4-1. Lovington will have Roswell coming up. Bottom third of their order, Lujan, Palomino, and Griffin coming to the plate.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
And Joby Hodling here. We're waiting on a commercial. That's why we kind of came on just a hair late right there. First pitch by Ghana was a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. So up for the Coyotes, the designated hitter Elias Lujan. Ground ball chop foul. I believe that's Ernest Lujan, the head coach. I believe that's him at third base. I don't know if that's his son hitting. I don't know if there's any relation. Curveball.
I think he called that he did call it a ball. I try to watch his back because when he says it, he kind of moves his back, but ball 2.
Yeah, that stayed up. Here's the pitch by Ghana. Fastball. Fly ball to right field. Driving the left fielder back. It's going to the wall. Lujan on his horse. He's going to have a stand-up double. Coast into second base for the leadoff double for the Coyotes. Going to bring up the shortstop, number 10, Jacob Palomino. He's looking for an RBI. He's really, if he can't get a hit, Joby, he's trying to get the runner from second to third. He's a right-handed hitter, so he's trying to hit behind the runner, so to speak, to the right side, which kind of turns out like a sacrifice bunt. He's trying to drive him in, first of all.
And he's got a pretty good gap, and second baseman will go back.
He does. Second baseman holding the runner on with the right-handed hitter up.
There's that wide strike zone called on the outside edge, strike 1.
So Ghana gets the signs, checks the runner at second. And the pitch. That's a fastball. It's laced to left field. That ball's out of here.
I was going to say, that ball just kept traveling. He just hit
I was watching the left fielder. I did not see the ball, but the left fielder stopped running and looked up. And so Jacob Palomino with the 2-run bomb. That's one of the harder balls we've seen hit this tournament, for sure.
Houston, we have a problem. Number 4.
All right, so that takes score to 4-3 after that 2-run shot. Still nobody out. Jace Griffin coming to the plate, batting from the left side. I'm going to give the rundown on defense. I hadn't done it for Lovington. Weezer, Gutierrez, Lujan left to right. Sepulveda, Madrid, Paradas, and Sanchez third to first. Pendo catching Ghana.
So up for the Coyotes is the right fielder, number 4, Jace Griffin. He had a couple of hits yesterday against the Bulldogs. He's a good player. He's got really good speed. Hits from the left side. Fastball. He calls it a ball. Runs the count to 2-0. Ghana out of the windup and the pitch. Fastball. It's laced. Hard ground ball to the first baseman. He takes it on a couple of hops. Tags the bag for the first out of the inning.
Number 13, Joaquin Bolanos.
Unassisted play over there for Sanchez.
It's going to go down a 3U if you're scoring at home. I don't know if people score some people like to score the game.
Yep.
Going to bring up the pitcher, number 13, Joaquin Bolanos for the Coyotes.
He is 1 for 1 with a single. And
good curveball by Ghana. It's that slow curveball. They just cannot stay back enough on it. Out on the front foot was Bolanos. Pitch by Ghana. Another curveball stays down. I had to double check. I've got to quit saying it's a ball. And wait. Wind up in the pitch. Another curveball, hard ground ball down the third baseline, just outside the bag. That was he was looking for extra bases on that if it would have gone over the bag. So with the strike zone, whatever strike zone it is, the hitters have to adjust to that.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is, and both teams do. And
as long as
there's nothing wrong with that.
No, as long as the call is the same both ways, and it has been. So as you said, you just adjust a little wider.
And the pitch, fastball, rang him up.
Yep.
Punched him out. So Bolanos goes down looking for the second out of the inning. Going to bring up the third baseman, number 15, Luke Lynn.
He's 1 for 1 with a double. He'll step in here with a 1-run deficit. It's 4-3 Lovington. We're in the bottom of the second.
I want to say he doubled and had a stolen base in that same inning.
I want to say I think you're right.
On the double steal. Curveball, ground ball to the third baseman, 2 hops. He comes up, throws to first.
Whoa.
Not much on the throw, Joby. Called him safe.
That's the second time from third base that we've seen
Noah Lynn.
You know,
getting in a hurry.
The Lynn brothers, they're big guys, but they run really well.
Yeah.
They run really well for big guys. Luke Lynn got down the line then for the infield single with 2 outs. Brings up his brother, first baseman, number 23, Noah Lynn.
He has a sacrifice fly. He's 0 for 0.
Hard ground ball to second baseman. Hits off his
booted.
glove. Luke Lynn going to go from first to third. Here's your play. He's safe. Overthrow a third. Pitcher's not there. It's going to be a play at the plate.
He got him.
Good throw by the pitcher. Ghana for the put out at home plate. Really aggressive base running, but it was a good play because the pitcher was where he was supposed to be and on the play, backing up the throw from the outfield.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a break. I'm going to get it all scored here on my deal. I'll give us the score, what happened after this timeout. It's 3-2. It's 4-3 Lovington, and Lovington coming to the plate. We'll be right back.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery. When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more.
That's why we've waited till after the break. Bringing up second baseman for the Wildcats, Autumn Paredes. He's wearing number 10. It's back and forth so far, isn't it, Joby?
It is.
Scoring in every inning so far, or every half inning. It may be who has the last at bat.
Which is the Coyotes.
Here's Bolaños with the pitch, fastball away. It's going to run the count to 2-0 on Paredes.
Toscano, Dominguez, Griffin left to right. Lynn and Lynn, Luke at third, Noah at first, Palomino and Sanchez up the middle via catching Bolaños.
Here's the pitch. Fastball. He laced a line drive to left field, did Paredes, for a leadoff single.
Number 3, Jude Madrid.
Going to bring up the Wildcat shortstop, number 3, Jude Madrid. What'd he do his first
He is
time
0 for
up?
0. He got hit by pitch.
Okay.
And that was a RBI hit by
RBI.
pitch as the bases were loaded.
So Bolaños out of the stretch and the pitch. Curveball
Called strike one, I do believe.
for strike one.
Yep. Kind of backdoored him.
He did. That stayed in, but it must have caught enough for the corner. Picked by Bolaños to first. In safe was Paredes. Didn't have a big lead. That was one of those I know you're over there throws. Don't get too far off. Fastball fouled back and out. Right side. Lands on the net. The fans are lucky that we have these nets. They don't have to fight the foul balls. It's kind of fun watching the kids try to get the balls off the net sometimes. It can be entertaining for the fans. Here's the stretch by Bolaños and the pitch. Curveball for strike three. Called strike three on the high, chest-high curveball for the first out of the inning.
Jaden Gutierrez coming to the plate. He's 2 for 2, pair of singles.
Gutierrez looking to
Number 4, Jaden.
looking to get on base. Paredes has a giant lead at first.
He runs him back over there, but yeah, he's getting a big old lead.
We'll see if the Wildcats put something on right now for the leadoff hitter, center fielder, Jaden Gutierrez. Here's the pitch, curveball. It's a soft curveball. He doesn't throw it real hard. For ball one. Bolaños comes set, and the pitch, fastball, stays up. Throw by the catcher. Paredes gets in safely. He was going back to the bag on the throw anyway, so. If you're just joining us, the Wildcats are up 4-3, trying to get some more runs. Here's the pitch by Bolaños. Fastball, fly ball to center field. He drifts back. He misjudged it, but he kept running, made a nice over-the-shoulder catch. That was hit right
Number 2,
at
Ryan Weiser.
That was hit right at Davian Dominguez, the Coyote center fielder. He misjudged it just to start off with, Joby, and he had to pick up his tempo to get to the ball. Nice play. 2 outs in the inning. Brings up the left fielder, number 2, Ryan Weiser, for the Wildcats. Pitch by Bolaños. Fastball laced to right field. Line drive. That's going to find the gap, Joby. It's going to go to the wall. Weiser on his way to second base. Here comes a runner from first. He's going to score easily. Weiser going to have a stand-up triple for the Wildcats. That's a clutch 2-out triple by Ryan Weiser. I thought he was going to catch the runner, Paredes, from first. Paredes was running as hard as he could, but Weiser's really fast. He was gaining on him.
Well, and he was off. It's kind of a funny thing. He didn't take off running as hard as you would have thought with 2 outs. So, again, just a little bit odd, a little bit different. When you got 2 outs, you can go.
You're off on contact.
Yeah.
Curveball stays up from Bolaños to the catcher, number 2 for the Wildcats. Or the catcher, number 12, Micah Pondo.
He's 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. He's got a 1-0 count, 2 down.
Bolaños out of the windup. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Villa does a pretty good job. He really didn't get in front of it, but he backhanded the ball just enough with his glove to knock it down. Anybody who's in the ballpark right now, Joby's enjoying some nice sun, warmth.
Yeah, beautiful day here at Brainerd Park.
Here's the pitch by Bolaños. Fastball. Stays off the plate to run the count to 3-0 on this catcher for the Wildcats, Micah Pondo. Sepulveda, third baseman on deck. Hard ground ball past the third baseman in the hole for the RBI single. Left fielder bobbles the ball, but we're not acting like it's a double off the bat, so they're going to settle for a single. And the Wildcats add another run.
Yeah, it's 59 degrees outside, and it's not going to do anything but continue warming. According to my app, you said it, we're going to be in the mid-80s, 85 degree is the high, projected high.
That's perfect for the fish to be moving up.
I'm telling you, you're going to be going out there at Brantley. Maybe you can get them off the beds. Number 17 coming into courtesy run for the catcher, Pondo. And that young man is Abraham Rodriguez.
You would think we'd be able to outsmart something that has the brain the size of your thumbnail.
Well,
it doesn't work out like that.
Always work that way. Although we make them bite stuff that is not real, so we do have
right. We put some good smell 'em sauce on the bait sometimes. Here's the pitch by Bolaños. Curveball, ground ball, gonna find its. Second baseman stops the ball just on the outfield apron of the grass right there, where the grass would be. Everybody's safe. That's going to go as an infield single.
And second baseman Sanchez kind of got up, kind of a little gimpy, but he's walking it off. He went to one knee and spun.
We had to wait a minute because of dust. It's like a dust cloud when those kids slide.
Yeah, out there it looks nice and green, but there's a lot of dirt.
I told somebody maybe we need to bring some irrigation pipe in and just water the field. Just hard ground ball, the shortstop. That's a worm burner. Flip to second base for the third out of the inning. Does Palomino.
All right, so the fielder's choice ends the inning. 6-4 the play. And I'm going to have to come back. Something I had wrong on my screen. So we'll come back and give you what happened after this timeout. We'll be right back.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
Attention Goddard Rocket fans! Do you love your car? Well, Roswell Hyundai wants to help you keep your current car with a lower payment. Introducing Refi with Hyundai. Roswell Hyundai wants to help you refinance your current vehicle with rebates and discounts to lower your payment. If you're ready to upgrade, Roswell Hyundai has a fresh inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles. With special financing available, Hyundai can help regardless of your credit with I-10 accepted. Don't forget, all new Hyundais come with a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty and 2 years of free oil changes. So upgrade your ride or refi with Hyundai. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd, proud supporter of Goddard Rocket Sports.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has...
They leave 2 runners on the base paths, so they now lead 6-3 to the Wildcats. Rawls will bring him to the plate. Number 12, the cleanup batter. Second baseman, Savino Sanchez on deck. The left fielder, Abe Toscano. And in the hole, center fielder, Davian Dominguez. And I'm going to hand it back to Lee Johnson with the call.
Thanks, Choby. Beautiful day here at Brainerd Baseball Field, home of the Artesia Bulldogs. Wildcats and the Coyotes going at it, back and forth.
First pitch.
Line drive off the curveball by Sanchez for a single. Not coming out of the box real hard.
Number 3, A.B. Toscano.
Brings up the left fielder, number 3, A.B. Toscano. Coyotes looking to answer back.
He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to the shortstop his first time through, but he's got the leadoff runner on the first pitch swinging out to left field on first base.
Ghana out of the stretch. Curveball hits him. Hits him politely in the left shoulder blade.
Hits him politely. It's like kind of that soft curveball.
It's better than a 95. A 72's better than a 90, or a soft one's better than a hard one.
Every day, twice on Sunday.
Because the baseball doesn't change in hardness coming up there for sure.
Nope. All right, so coming to the plate, Devian Dominguez, number 8. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to center field on a good play by Gutierrez.
I think it's A.B. Toscano, isn't it?
No, it's Devian.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Abe just got on with that.
That's going to be a base hit, infield single.
Toscano got on with that hit by pitch.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, he beats it out. So the base is loaded now.
Number 18, Elias Lujan.
Brings up the designated hitter, number 18, Elias Lujan. Looking to do damage with no outs for the Coyotes. A great spot to get back in the game. They're down 6-3 right now. Here's a pitch by Ghana. Curveballs. Bounced in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, both teams coming up, if it's anywhere close, they're swinging at that first pitch. That one was easily identified as a ball, so he didn't cut at it.
Being really aggressive. Fastball, ground ball, just outside of third base. It is a foul ball. Third baseman for the Wildcats, Sepulveda, wasn't sure. He went and tagged the bag anyway. That's probably a smart play.
So you've talked about it back and forth. There's been at least one run scored in every inning by both teams.
Ghana with the fastball.
He's going to call that a strike. He did.
For strike 2. Runs the count to 1-2 on
Lujan.
Elias Lujan. I'm getting, yeah. Fastball was in. That was a protect me swing. That could have hit him if he hadn't swung at it. So the count remains 1-2. Lujan looking to do damage. Bases full of Coyotes. Here's the windup and the pitch. Curveball. It's a fly ball to right center. Gutierrez camped under it. Runner from third tags. Runner from second tags. Goes to third. Coyotes with the sacrifice fly.
Number 10, Jacob
Lujan with the RBI off of the sacrifice fly. Going to bring up the Roswell High shortstop, Jacob Palomino. Runners on first and third for the Coyotes.
So the trend continues. Every inning we've had at least one run scored.
Runners off at first is Dominguez. He's in safely. Stand up, stolen base.
Which puts 2 runners in scoring position. They're the 2 runs that can tie this ball game up with only 1 out. So a good base hit here for Palomino, and you might see this game get tied up.
On a base hit. Yes, sir.
Because Dominguez got plenty of speed.
He does. Here's a windup by Ghana. Fastball.
There it is.
Ground ball in the 6 hole in between third baseman and the shortstop. Both runners are going to score.
Yep. Yeah, the left fielder playing deep enough. Ball was hit it was stung pretty good, but I'm telling you, as soon as that ball was hit, Dominguez was off and running, and he had speed, and so that ties it up with that single.
I'm not sure he was going to stop even if the coach told him to. He didn't need to, but he was going to score.
Yeah, I don't think he was slowing down. He never slowed down.
It's going to bring up number 4, the right fielder for the Coyotes, Jace Griffin.
Griffin 0 for 1 with a ground out to the first baseman.
He bats from the left side. And the pitch, Ghana. Fastball stays away for ball 1.
So tied up here, 6-6 with only 1 out. Roswell going to try to add to it and get the lead for the first time. They've been tied before in the first inning.
Right. Runner's off at first. It's a hit and run. That's a pop up to the infield. Looks like the pitcher's camped under at Ghana. He calls everybody off, makes the play.
And hustling back, he was all the way to second base, but he had plenty of time because that ball was about half a mile high.
On the hit and run, he had to get back. So that brings 2 outs in the inning for the Wildcats. Going to bring up number 13 leadoff hitter, the pitcher, Joaquin Bolaños.
He's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout looking. He singled between in the hole between third and short his first at bat.
And the pitch.
Rips it.
Fastball, line drive, ripped to center field, as Joby said. Throw goes into third. Coyotes in business again. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Looking for that 2-out hit. Going to bring up the third baseman, number 15, Luke Lynn.
And he's been all over it batting in that 2-hole. He's 2 for 2 with a double and a single in this ball game. He laces one somewhere. We're going to have the go-ahead run come across out there at second base as Palomino's got plenty of wheels. Oh, and coming in to run.
Courtesy runner. That almost hit him, that curveball. He bent over and it went over his helmet. Does Luke Lynn. He had to bend way over because he's a big guy. Ghana checking the runner at second and the pitch. Fastball.
He's going to call that a strike.
Strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Ghana trying to get out of the inning without further damage. Checks the runner and the pitch. Curveball way. The catcher got really lucky on that backhand and that pitch. Did a good job. It went right in his glove. It was a long hop kind of, but way off the plate for ball 2. Ghana gets his sign, checks the runner and the pitch. Fastball, line drive to center. Hit really hard. Dive by the center fielder, Jaden Gutierrez. He comes up with the catch. That's a shoestring catch, Joby. That's what I'm going to call it. For the 3rd out of the inning for the Wildcats. But the Coyotes answer back and do damage.
All right, so I was trying to catch up because for some reason I didn't get the courtesy runner or Roscoe in, but he did come in to run. But yeah, so in the inning, the Lovington Wildcats get 4 hits, 3 runs. I'm sorry, the Roswell Coyotes get 4 hits. He's pointing saying, hey, you got that backwards. 4 hits, 3 runs. There were no errors, 2 runners left on base, and they tied up 6-6 as we head into the top of the 4th inning.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack.
The 6 as we head into the top of the 4th inning, and Lujan coming to the plate. 0 for 1, strikeout and hit by pitch, and Lee Johnson with the call.
Thanks, Joby. Lujan playing right field, wearing number 19 for the Wildcats, looking to get something started in their half of the 4th, the top of the 4th. Back and forth, tied, they're all knotted up, 6-6. Fastball.
Nope, he didn't. I thought I saw the umpire's back kind of hump like he called strike.
Joby thinks he's got a visual cue on the strike.
But I would be mistaken because it was a ball, and there's ball 2.
Ball 2, 2-0 on Lujan. Looking to get on base, looking to start something off for the Wildcats. Pitch by Bolaños. That's a strike.
So he did call that one a strike. I was waiting.
Joaquin Bolaños with the windup and the pitch. Slow curveball for ball 3. No, he got 2 and 2.
He called it a strike, yeah.
He didn't raise his hand.
He must have just said it. Now he's going to. But he did put up 2-2, so he had to call it a strike.
Okay. I did see his fingers after I said that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. 2 and 2 on Lujan. Bolaños with the pitch. Fastball, foul tip back to the screen. I'm reading this sign on the wall right here, Joby. I'm trying not to unplug anything or cut any wires. Or pull anything or whatever. I'm good at breaking stuff, in other words. Fastball stays in on Lujan to run the count to 3-2. Bolaños looking for a shutdown inning on the Wildcats. They've scored every inning. And the pitch. Fastball. High fly ball to the just off the infield apron. Second baseman backs up. Makes the catch. Does Savino Sanchez. Pretty good job. He kept backing up. I didn't know if he was under it or not, but he makes a play for first out of the inning.
Number 14.
That brings Cole McKillop to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He grounded out to the shortstop, and he struck out looking his last at bat.
McKillop, the designated hitter for the Wildcats. Bolaños gets his sign with the windup. Fastball away. I see people, they've all got their caps on, golf caps to block the sun.
A lot of umbrellas out.
People enjoying the day. Fastball for ball 2.
Well, we waited a long time. I was like, I don't know if he's going to call that one or not.
So we're not off the air, but we're waiting in silence to see what the call is. Curveball.
He called that one a strike.
Called strike 1.
It was up in the upper part of the zone.
It's one of my former players down there, Jason Fuentes. He was on the 93-94 state championship team in baseball for the Bulldogs. Fastball, right down the middle.
Yeah, he's got him a golf hat.
Yeah, he's a big wig. He goes out there and golfs with the big boys, as I'll call them. No offense. Curveball, swinging bunt to the third baseman.
Going to be trouble. Lynn's going to hurry, and they're going to end up. Noah gets by Noah.
McKillop doesn't run well, so the throw took the first baseman inside the bag, and they got tangled up. Did Noah, Lynn, and McKillop. They're both big guys. We're lucky that wasn't a head-on collision.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Are you going to call that a error?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you would on the throw.
Just for the fact, if the throw would have been a good throw, he would have been out because he was 3 steps from the bag.
And then he moves over on it, or he gets to move over on interference.
So is it okay? That's what they call, because unless the ball rolled out of play over there, it's got to be the interference call, like you're saying. So the umpire clarifies with the Roswell High coach, and McKillop ends up at second base on the swinging bunt to the third baseman. So it's going to bring up
Auden Paradas, number 10.
Auden Paradas. He's playing second base. Curveball stays in. I say I better wait. Okay. It is a ball.
So Lovington trying to keep alive at least one run in every half inning.
Bolaños turns and picks to second. He turned inside. He didn't follow his glove. It's kind of a knee lift and pivot to the inside. Hoping that runner, McKillop, at second base would be off the bag, but he was in safe. He doesn't have a big lead. Fastball, fly ball to left field, hit fairly well. It looks like the left fielder's under it. Makes the catch, fires it back into the shortstop, Palomino, for the second out of the inning.
Number 3, Jude Madrid.
Left fielder for the Coyotes made a pretty good run-in play, Abe Toscano. Going to bring up
Jude Madrid. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a hit by pitch.
He's playing shortstop for the Wildcats. Got a runner in scoring position. Curveball for ball 1.
This right here, you want to come get him. Joaquin Bolaños wants to get an out right here on the number 9 hitter with 2 outs. Don't want to get to the top of the lineup. And if he does able to do it, then no runs will score in this half, which will be the first.
Bolaños from the set position in the pitch. High fastball, just chin high.
I haven't given the defense. Toscano, Dominguez, Griffin left to right. Lynn, Palomino, Sanchez, and Lynn third to first. Villa catching Bolaños.
The pitch by Bolaños, fastball, outside third for a called strike. Going to run the count to 2-1 on Jude Madrid, Wildcat shortstop. Bolaños gets the sign and the pitch. Fastball fouled straight back. He was just under that one. He had that pitch timed up. Both pitchers, neither one of them throw extremely hard. Have, I'm going to say, good breaking stuff, good curve balls. Hitters being very aggressive for both teams. Bolaños set and the pitch. Curveball stays just up on Madrid.
Takes him to a full count with 2 outs.
There is an open base. Runner at second base is McKillop for the Wildcats. Bolaños with the pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Fouled down the right side behind the first base dugout. Roswell Coyotes in the first base dugout. Lovington Wildcats in the third base dugout. Coyotes are the home team. Coach Fernandez is bringing us something from Subway. I see the boxes.
Ball 4, high curveball that didn't break. So that puts 2 runners on with 2 outs and gets them to the top of the order. Center fielder Jaden Gutierrez, who is 2 for 3, a pair of singles. Flew out his last at bat out to deep center field, but he's got a pair of singles to go with that for 2 for 3, and Lovington going to try to get a run across. They got one in scoring position.
I'm going to say it's going to have to be an extra base hit for McKillop to score from second because it doesn't run super well. I'm not sure if he's hurt or not, or if
nobody holding him on. He could be halfway to third right now.
Yeah, doesn't have a real big lead. There's a fastball, fly ball to center fielder. Coyote center fielder says he has it, caps under it for the third out of the inning.
So the first half inning that we didn't get a run scored for the Lovington Wildcats. They get no hits, no runs. There were 2 Roswell errors and 2 runners left on base. It remains tied 6-6. We'll take a break and come back. Stay right here.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender, loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack.
Fergalicious.
In fact, they're downright funky.
Fergalicious.
Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 632-2660.
Fergalicious.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar.
It's going to be Noah Lynn coming to the plate, Savino Sanchez on deck, and Abe Toscano in the hole. 6-6 going into the bottom of the 4th. Roswell's the home team. They're going to try to get their first lead of the ball game, and I'm going to hand it back to Lee Johnson with the call.
Thank you, Joby. Josiah Ghana still the pitcher for the Wildcats. Umpire raised his hands and called time. I have no idea what he's telling me. I don't know if he may have called another balk, Joby.
He may have.
We'll see if. Let's see if he holds his hands up and shows ball 1. So we're not sure. There's ball 1 on the scoreboard. I guess those guys can hear better than me down there. There's a fastball right down the middle for strike one. Noah Lynn, first baseman for the Coyotes. Fastball. Outside corner for strike two.
Yeah, so it's 1-2, isn't it?
It is. Curveball popped up in the infield. Third baseman for the Wildcats capped under it. Oh, he makes a nonchalant catch for the first out of the inning.
Number 12, Savino Sanchez.
Going to bring up the second baseman, number 12, Savino Sanchez for the Coyotes.
He's reached both times, 1 for 2, an error, and then a single.
Ghana toes the rubber and the windup. Here's a pitch, fastball.
Whew. I thought he called it a strike because I watched his back, but man, he took a long time to tell us. Strike one. That one missed inside, ball one, 1-1 to call.
What has Sanchez done at the plate today?
He's 1 for 2 with an error. He's reached both times on an error, then a single.
Pitch by fastball, tied him up. As I said, neither pitcher throwing extremely hard, but have very good off-speed stuff, curveballs. I haven't seen any change-ups, I don't think, from either pitcher. We know Sanchez has really good speed. Coyotes as a team have good team speed, like as do a lot of teams do. The catcher thought it was strike three. He came out like he was going to fire it to third to throw it around the infield, but kind of showed up the umpire. That might not get you the next call. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Ground ball to the shortstop. He bobbles it. Throws to first. Not in time. It's going to be an E6 on the shortstop. Kind of let the ball play him. Sanchez runs well. Going to bring up number 3, the left fielder, Abi Toscano for the Coyotes.
He's 0 for 1 with a fly out and a hit by pitch.
Coyotes looking to get the score going in the fourth. Fastball by Ghana off the plate for ball one. It's a good day when it's sunny and warm and you're out at the ballpark. Back pick by the catcher. Runner at first, safe, is Sanchez.
Swing and a miss for Toscano on that, so 1-1 now the count.
Ghana checks the runner at first and comes set. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Not hit real hard. Center fielder for the Coyotes, Gutierrez, has it for the second out of the inning. Throws it back into the shortstop. 2 outs.
Number 8, Davian Dominguez.
Going to bring up the center fielder, Davian Dominguez.
He's 1 for 2 with a fly out. His first at bat out to Gutierrez in center field, and then a single.
He's looking to split a gap somewhere, and he runs well also. And the pitch by Ghana. Called strike one. Ghana with the sign. He takes a long look at first base. Fastball. Sharp hit ball past the third baseman for the Wildcats. That's going to be a single for Dominguez. Good job of hitting. Still being aggressive at the plate are both teams, Joby.
Yeah, they are. They're hitting close. They're hitting early in the count almost every at-bat.
Going to bring up the designated hitter, number 18, Elias Lujan.
He's doubled to left and then had a sacrifice fly out to left, so he's 1 for 1.
He's looking to break the 6-6 tie. Pitch by Ghana. Fastball. Popped up. Just out in shallow center fielder, the shortstop, Jude Madrid camps under it for the third out of the inning. Good job by Ghana getting out of that little mini jam.
All right, so there was one hit in the inning, but no runs. There was one defensive error and 2 runners left on base as we head into the top of the 5th inning. Tied up 6-6. Our score, it'll be the number 2, 3, 4 hitters, Weezer, Pendo, and Sepulveda coming to bat for the Lovington Wildcats. We'll be right back.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Did you know almost 75% of the time we're replacing a roof, something totally weird or unexpected or bizarre happens? Jennifer here again from Trustmark Roofing, and I want you to know that we are always prepared for the unexpected. That's why we always have project superintendent on site at your home at all times to handle those weird, bizarre things as they pop up. Things like an unexpected layer of wood shake shingles under your shingles or rotted out decking boards, problems with flashing or ridges, or missing supplies that somebody needs to chase down. These are the kinds of problems that normally grind the crews from other roofing companies to a halt and delay the project.
And Lee Johnson here at the ballpark. It's all knotted up 6-6 in the top half of the 5th. Wildcats at bat. Left fielder hitting for the Wildcats, Ryan Weezer. And the pitch by Bolaños, sharp ground ball past the third baseman. He just stares at it as it goes by. He did not dive at it.
I tell you what, Weezer, he's now 3 for 4. He's had a pair of singles and a triple after that single.
Had a good day at the plate.
He has.
Number 12,
Gonna bring up the catcher, number 12, Micah Pondo.
He's having a pretty good day at the plate as well, Lee. He's 2 for 3. The same as Weezer was when he came to the plate. He's got a single, a fly out, and a single.
Bolaños still the pitcher for the Coyotes. He checks the runner. Comes set, and the pitch, fastball. Ball 1. That was well off the plate.
On deck is Sepulveda, and in the hole, Sanchez for the Wildcats.
Pick by Bolaños to first on Weezer. Weezer's a good athlete, really quick, have good reflexes. He had to dive back. Bolaños with quick feet on that pick. And the pitch off the plate for ball 2.
Toscano, Dominguez, Griffin left to right. Lynn, Sanchez, Palomino, and Lynn first to third via catching Bolaños. Bolaños now has thrown 78, sorry.
And the pitch. Runner goes, as in Weezer. Throw's going to end up in center field. Weezer, if he'd have looked up a little quicker, I know he was sliding into second on that, Joe, but if he'd looked up a hair sooner, he would have known the ball was over the second baseman's head, but he has to stay at second base. Good job by the center fielder for the Coyotes, backing up. He was running hard, so he throws the ball in to keep Weezer at second.
And that was ball 3, so he's probably sitting on red right here, 3-0 with a runner in scoring position.
He may have the take. We'll see.
That was a strike on the lower end of the strike zone. Pando was ready to go, but called strike.
Micah Pando, the catcher for the Wildcats. Getting my animals mixed up. Good curveball by Bolaños. That slow curveball. You just you think you're going to wait, and and they end up jumping at the ball. That was a violent swing with a miss. Bolaños, inside pick, moved to second on Weezer, trying to keep him close. He is the go-ahead run. There's no outs still, Joby. Wildcats looking to capitalize. And the pitch, good curveball. Oh, just fouled off by Pondo. Did a good job on that to stay alive. He was still out in front, but the bat just ticked the ball. Bolaños with the slow leg lift. Curveball, hard. Ground ball up the middle. Let's see if Weezer's going to go. Coach holds him up. Pondo with the single. Coyotes in business, no outs. Runners on first and second. Going to bring up number
23.
23, Juan. I say Sepulveda.
You're probably saying it right. Sepulveda, you're doing it right. I think you're exactly right. I've been saying it wrong.
I've heard it say Sepulveda, but I'm saying Sepulveda.
Number 23.
And if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize, Wildcat fans.
Coming into courtesy run, number 7.
And to Juan.
Number 17.
Should apologize to him first if I'm saying it wrong. He's a big guy.
He is 3 for 3. He's got 3 singles. He gets another one, he's going to go ahead and run here.
We'll see if the Wildcats just let him hit away or put something on with the runners. Fastball, high fastball, swinging, strike one. That was probably not a strike, Joby.
Yeah, it was up there where we talked about it last night, where it looked so good. Couldn't hold off. So Abraham Rodriguez came into courtesy run.
Runners off, hit and run, ground ball single up the middle.
That's an RBI single. He's now 4 for 4 with that hit.
It's going to bring up number 5, the first baseman, Patrick Sanchez Sepulveda. Sharp single up the middle on that hit and run. Coyotes score a run. He gets the RBI. Go up 7-6. Looking to get more with no outs. Bolaños with the pitch. Curveball away. Bolaños trying to induce a double play ground ball right here to minimize the damage. Here's the pitch. Good fastball, fouled back.
Yeah, with nobody out and 2 runners on and already the go-ahead run brought in on the 4th hit for Sepulveda. I'm going to say it the way you're saying it because it's probably right.
Fastball again, fouled away. He was tardy on that. He could have been looking off speed. Going to be 1-2 on
Sanchez.
Sorry, I had a brain freeze.
We talked about that yesterday. I'll do that.
Oh, my goodness.
2-2 now the count.
I'm going to blame it on the bright sun.
Yeah, it's kind of bright with off your stuff there. I agree with you.
Yeah. Bolaños with the pitch. Fastball.
He got him.
Called strike 3.
That was a wide zone right there. I heard a fan saying, "Are you serious?"
Up next, number 19, Fidencio.
But it's a strike, and it's been a strike pretty much all game. He's been pretty consistent with that wide zone.
That's exactly what Bolaños wanted. I was going to say that, and I didn't. The strikeout would be key right here.
Yep.
Now it sets up a double play for Fidencio Lujan, the right fielder for the Wildcats. Bats from the left side. There's a back pick.
Lujan 0 for 2. He struck out swinging his first time. He got hit by pitch and had that RBI his second time up and then flew out to shallow right field his last at bat.
Bolaños with the pitch. Fastball way outside. Runners on first and second for the Wildcats. Trying to get some more runs. Fastball popped up, fouled back.
On deck's the DH Cole McKillop, and in the hole the second baseman Auden Paradas for the Wildcats as they look to extend their lead, now leading by 1, 7-6 here in the top of the 5th.
Bolaños gets his sign and the pitch. Good curveball. There's that slow off-speed pitch. He's got a lot of swing and misses on that, Joby, today.
Mm-hmm.
Bolaños comes set. Looks twice at second. And the pitch. Fastball. Popped up to the shortstop. Palomino, he's under it.
Yeah, the infield
fly rule's in effect.
Yeah, he called him out before he caught it, and that's why.
Up next, number 14, Cole McKillop.
Runners stay right where they're at. And that's out number 2.
So the infield fly rule's in effect. Runners, bases loaded, runners on first and second with less than 2 outs, and the ball's popped up in the infield, or what the umpires deem the infield. Sometimes they could be on the outfield apron of the grass and it still be determined that the infield. It's an automatic out, and runners advance it, I believe, at their own risk.
Yeah. Which they just stayed right there because shortstop caught it right in front of the guy at second.
McKillop, the DH for the Wildcats. There's an inside pick to second. That's the move of Bolaños when he picks to second base. Sometimes I think it's a little quicker if you spin to your glove. Good fastball. Bolaños picking up his fastball velocity. I've heard it called velo. They always have these metrics that they measure now, able to measure. And they have exit velo and spin rate and things like that they measure, and they can tell how many times a ball spins 60 feet 6 inches.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, unbelievable. Here's the pitch. Curveball.
He called it a strike. I thought he did. I was waiting like you were. It was a little up in the zone, but strike 2.
Count goes to 2-2. Runners on first and second. It's all 2s across the board. Bolaños, long wait, and the pitch. Fastball, jammed him. Weak ground ball outside of third baseline. McKillop's going to do it over again. Bolaños looking for a strikeout right here, Joby, again. He had a key strikeout, the hitter before, or 2 hitters before he got the pop-up for the second out.
And this will be his 100th pitch.
I'm saying this is his last hitter if he can get him out. There's a curveball. Ball 3.
So full count, 2 outs, runners at first and second. They ought to be going barn burners as soon as this pitch is swung on or not swung on. Either way, they ought to be halfway to the other base.
They should. They've got to, we always used to tell our runners, make sure the pitcher's going to the plate, and they do. Fastball. High, ball 3. Going to load the bases, Joby, for the second baseman, Auden Paredes. Wearing number 10 for the Wildcats. What's he done on the day?
He's 2 for 3. He doubled his first at bat, singled his second at bat, and then flew out to left field to Toscano his last at bat. So 2 for 3 on the day.
Several Wildcats have multiple hit games going. Bolaños out of the stretch with the bases loaded. Fastball. One hopper to the third baseman. He runs over and touches third. Good job by Joaquin Bolaños, the Coyote pitcher. That was his 101st pitch, I believe.
It was.
And did a great job of minimizing that damage.
All right, 3 hits, 1 run scores. There were no Coyote errors and 3 runners left on base. We will take a break. It's 7-6. Lovington with the 1-run lead as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning with Palomino, Griffin, and the top of the order, Bolaños, coming to the plate.
Did you know almost 75% of the time we're replacing a roof, something totally weird or unexpected or bizarre happens? Jennifer here again from Trustmark Roofing, and I want you to know that we are always prepared for the unexpected. That's why we always have project superintendent on site at your home at all times to handle those weird, bizarre things as they pop up. Things like an unexpected layer of wood shake shingles under your shingles or rotted out decking boards, problems with flashing or ridges, or missing supplies that somebody needs to chase down. These are the kinds of problems that normally grind the crews from other roofing companies to a halt and delay the project. But not with our super awesome superintendent there. He's equipped to handle any problem and keep the project moving along smoothly. Just one more way we do things better at Trustmark Roofing. If you have any roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Leading off, number 10, Jacob Polino.
Come on.
Guess strike 1 was called?
Yes. Baseball fans, we missed first pitch. Oh, fastball laced into left field for a line drive 1 hopper to the left fielder. That was Jacob Palomino, the Coyote shortstop.
Number 4.
He's now 3 for 3, Lee. He's had a single, a home run, and another single. Good day at the
Gotta
plate.
love your players to have multiple hit games like that and drive runs in. That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 4, Jace Griffin. Hitting. Oh, it's a bunt. He may beat that out. He's going to beat it out, Joby.
Infield bunt, worked good.
So the pitcher, Ghana, he didn't really come off the mound with any urgency. I'm going to call it urgency. And Griffin runs well, but especially from the left side, he's closer to first base and beats it out. Coyotes are in business with no outs. Runners on first and second. Going to bring up the leadoff hitter, pitcher of record so far for the Coyotes, Joaquin Bolaños. And the pitch, curveball, laced to left field. That's going to find the gap. Runner on second. He's going to score. The game is going to be tied again, Joby.
So a double for Bolaños, RBI double. And it's tied up, as Lee says.
That moves Griffin. He goes from first to third. As I said, he runs well. So the Coyotes putting together a rally. Here comes the coach for the Wildcats. I think we're going to see a pitching change, Joby. It's knotted up at 7.
All right, we'll wait just a second and see. Yep, he's going to make a change, so we'll take a break. We'll get it all figured out. When we come back, we'll tell you who's where. Stay right here, KSVP Radio, KSVPTV.com.
Attention Roswell Coyote fans! Do you love your car? Well, Roswell Hyundai wants to help you keep your current car with a lower payment. Introducing Refi with Hyundai. Roswell Hyundai wants to help you refinance your current vehicle with rebates and discounts to lower your payment. If you're ready to upgrade, Roswell Hyundai has a fresh inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles. With special financing available, Hyundai can help regardless of your credit with I-10 accepted. Don't forget, all new Hyundais come with a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty and 2 years of free oil changes. So upgrade your ride or refi with Hyundai. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd, a proud supporter of Roswell Coyote Sports.
Find your path to a greater future with Eastern New Mexico University. If you're looking to take the next step in your higher education journey, both in person and online, Eastern New Mexico University is the place for you. ENMU is now accepting applications for spring 2025, so don't miss out on your opportunity to join more than 5,700 fellow Greyhounds on this exciting path to student success. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about. Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing
it. Player walked in out of the dugout for the Lovington Wildcats, but we haven't seen, I can't tell who it is yet, and if he's going to third base or not.
Number 8.
Number 8 going to third base. That young man is Caden Mitchell.
Maybe not. He's going to center field.
Oh.
No, I'm looking at the Roswell. Sorry. I was looking at number 8 for the Coyotes. Sorry.
Well, number 8 did come in.
He ran out to center field, though.
Yeah, no, so.
We've got 4 guys
already
behind
the
mound, so.
Okay.
Looks like the third baseman's laying out on the beach.
Yeah, and it might be number 2. That's who was in left field. So I'm going to cancel that and say that Weezer, well, we'll see. He's standing up. Didn't see his number. It is number 10, Palomino. So number 3, Jude Madrid, is out there. He's been playing shortstop.
No,
not Palomino.
Number 10
is Paredes.
Yes. Okay, we're ready.
All right, so he goes. Okay, so number 4 is at second. Number 10 is at third.
4 is Jaden Gutierrez. Center fielder went to second. Jaden was in center field. Jude Madrid still the shortstop. So the pitcher for the Wildcats is number 23, Juan Sepulveda. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Ball 1. Oh, strike 1.
I thought I saw him do this.
I'm trying to wait anyway. Here's the next pitch.
1-1.
1-1. That was a fastball away.
All right, who did we decide went to left field then? Because Weezer, I think, is in center now.
Luke Lynn, the hitter, he just walks. Pass ball. Number 4 for the Coyotes, Jace Griffin, who has good speed, scores. Puts the Coyotes ahead, Joby. 8-7. Looking to get more with no outs.
So the runner moves over to third as well, Joaquin Bolaños.
Luke Lynn, the hitter. He's playing third base for the Coyotes. Sepulveda with the pitch. Curveball in the dirt.
Ball 3-1 now to Lynn. He's 2 for 3, a double single, and then he flew out his last at bat.
Sepulveda out of the stretch. Runner at third base. And the pitch, fastball.
Oh, he called it a strike. Woo!
For strike 2. Runs the count full to 3-2. Sepulveda. I quit. I'm going to say it one way and quit. Oh, nice. Hard line drive to the first baseman. He has to jump up, makes a really good catch. Luke Lynn stung that ball, Joby.
Yeah, going up the ladder over there.
That would have been
baseman.
Extra bases for sure because he hit that ball really hard.
Sanchez climbs the ladder, makes the play at first, and so 1 out now with a runner down at third. Noah Lynn at the plate.
He's looking to get the ball out of the infield, Joby, for that extra run.
Ball 1.
What's he done on the day?
He is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly, an error, and a flyout.
He's looking to get an RBI right here. Soft curveball by Sepulveda.
Called it a strike.
He
Up
did.
the inside corner.
Evens the count at 1-1. From the stretch, Sepulveda. Knee lift in the pitch. Another curveball. Ground ball to the right side. Runner's coming home. Going to be a play at the plate. And he gets him. So the courtesy runner, 00, what's his name, Joby?
Well, I missed him coming
that's
in.
okay.
I'll have to find it in a minute, but
So he's coming from third. He's trying to slide head first to the outside part of the plate as far as he can get, but the catcher made a great tag on him. Stayed with a really good feed from the first baseman. Made the play right there for the Wildcats for the second out to keep the score at 8-7. Fastball by Sepulveda. Strike 1.
Sanchez at the plate. He's reached twice on an error. He's 1 for 3 with 2 errors and a single, so he's been on base all 3 times.
Sepulveda from the stretch. A curveball gets away from him. Noah Lynn runs to second base. He's in scoring position.
Wild pitch there. That one got away from him. It was way high.
The catcher couldn't even touch that one with a boat paddle.
He jumped, but it was about 12 feet over the head.
Yes. Just got away from Sepulveda. That's going to be
ball 2.
Ball 2.
I got 2-1, and so does the umpire. I looked up at the scoreboard. They didn't have it right, but they fixed it.
That's Savino Sanchez at the plate, playing second base for the Coyotes. And the pitch, curveball for strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. Scoreboard's wrong.
Well, they thought maybe it was a ball, but 2-2 the count.
Sepulveda takes a look at second. Here's the pitch. Good curveball. Ground ball to the third baseman. He holds the runner. Lynn makes a good strong throw to first for the third out of the inning. That's going to go 5-3 on the putout for the Wildcats. Good job by Sepulveda to hold them just to 1 run. Or two runs.
Right,
excuse me.
3 hits, 2 runs. There were no errors on the on the Wildcats. 1 runner left on base. The score after 5 full, 8-7. Roswell with the lead coming to the plate. Juan Madrid, the 9-hole, Jaden Gutierrez, and Ryan Weezer. We'll be back.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
Attention Goddard Rocket fans! When you have a history of greatness, the real challenge starts after the finish line. When victory alone isn't enough, raise your bar, keep dreaming, and go beyond the limits that you thought possible. The new 2024 Honda Ridgeline Passport and Pilot, part of the Roswell Honda Rugged Trail Sport lineup. Roswell Honda, proud supporter of all Goddard High School sports.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture.
As we get ready to start the 6th inning.
Think it could be that courtesy runner, maybe 0-0. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just kidding. It's just a
It
guess.
very well could be, but I just hadn't seen his number. And he probably won't turn around anytime soon, So
for the Lovington Wildcats, up at the plates, number 3, the shortstop, Jude Madrid, number 9 hole. He's a 9-hole hitter. Swinging strike. Jace Griffin, the pitcher, he's a lefty. He moved in from right field to pitcher, right? Here's the windup and the pitch. Good hard curveball, stays up. He throws the curveball with some authority.
Madrid is 0 for 1, hit by pitch, strikeout and a walk.
That looked like a changeup, Joby. Could have been a curveball. So the count 2-1 on Jude Madrid. He's wearing number 3 for the Wildcats. Here's a windup in the pitch by Griffin.
He's calling a balk.
Is that going to make it ball 3, you think?
It should. 3-1. He'll see if he put his hand up.
I didn't know you could do anything wrong out of the windup. Fastball.
Called strike 2.
Inside corner. Runs the count to full on Jude Madrid, Wildcat shortstop.
That got him. Inside strike.
I'm going to say that was it's more like a slider than it is a curveball. It's got a tight break on it.
Number 4, Jaden Gutierrez.
But it froze Madrid for the first out of the inning.
Jaden Gutierrez coming to the plate. He's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles and a pair of flyouts.
Gutierrez playing center field. Griffin with the pitch. Good curveball. He took something off of that one. Nice pitch. You always want your pitchers to work ahead, throw a lot of strikes. Good fastball. Fly ball. Center field. It lands in front of the center fielder and left center for the single for Gutierrez. Going to bring up number 2, left fielder Ryan Weezer. I think he may be 3 for 3, Joby, I think.
He's 3 for 4.
Okay.
Fielder's choice, single, triple, single.
3 hits. I got part of it right.
Mm-hmm.
Griffin from the stretch and the pitch. Good curveball. Stays away for ball 1. Wildcats trying to answer with a run of their own. They'd like to tie it up or go ahead for sure. We're in the top of the 6th. Griffin from the stretch and the pitch. Called strike 1. Count is 2-1 on the hitter, Ryan Weezer. Griffin working quick. Here's the stretch, knee lift and the pitch. Fastball got in on him. He fouls it way out of play down the right side. That's into the pine trees. here at Brainerd Park. The flag is blowing just a little bit from the northeast. We got a norther coming in, Joby. There's a curveball in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, goes to the screen. That's going to allow Jaden Gutierrez to get into scoring position. Second base. Weezer has an RBI opportunity right here. Outfielders for the Coyotes, pretty much straight away. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Inside corner for called. Strike 3 for the second out of the inning.
Up next, number 12, Micah Pondo.
All right, so that brings Micah Pondo to the plate. He is 3 for 4 with 3 singles, 1 fly out.
Good curveball, foul back by Pondo. He's the catcher for the Wildcats, wearing number 12. Wildcats looking for a 2-out hit. They're trying to tie the game right here. Running out of outs. And the pitch by Griffin. Good curveball. Swinging for strike 2. Pondo down in the count, 0-2. Runner at second base is Ryan Weezer. Got good speed. Good curveball, fouled down the right side, going to make it out of play. Goddard Rockets are in the house. They've got their white uniforms on with the, is that called powder blue? Mm-hmm. Okay, powder blue trim. There's a long fly ball to left field, okay. Not as long as I thought. Medium left field for the third out of the inning. Griffin does a good job of getting a hold in that inning.
So this is how it went. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and 1 runner left on base as Roswell comes into the bat at the bottom of the 6th inning with an 8-7 lead. It'll be Toscano Dominguez Lujan coming to the plate. We'll be back.
Attention Roswell Coyote fans. When you have a history of greatness, the real challenge starts after the finish line. When victory alone isn't enough, raise your bar, keep dreaming, and go beyond the limits that you thought possible. The new 2024 Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot, part of the Roswell Honda Rugged Trail Sport lineup. Roswell Honda, proud supporter of all Roswell High School sports.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would
Here in the 3rd place game in the Artesia 2025 Invitational, as the Roswell Coyotes and Lovington Wildcats have been going back and forth, Lee, and right now Roswell with that slim 1-run lead, and they're at bat the home half of the 6th, 8-7 the Roswell Coyotes. And I'm going to hand it back to you, Lee, for the call.
Thank you, Joby. We're having a good day, good weather, lots of sunshine. It's warm.
Leading off for the Coyotes, number 3.
It's a good day for about anything you want to do.
Well, it's a great day to be down at the lake because there's almost no wind, or at least here. Maybe blowing at the lake, I don't know.
Going to bring for the Coyotes. Going to bring up number 3, the left fielder of Bay Toscano. Sepulveda with the pitch. 1 hopper ground ball to the shortstop, makes a throw to first to retire Toscano for the first out of the inning. Going to bring up number 8, the center fielder Davian Dominguez.
Just a routine ball there. Just a 1 hopper, shortstop.
Good waist high 1 hopper. Made a good strong throw to first. Dominguez hitting from the right side. Fastball by Sepulveda. Stays up.
Dominguez 2 for 3. He flew out his first at bat, and he's had a pair of singles since then.
Here's the pitch. Curveball bounces what? That was a 57-foot curveball, Joby.
Bounced out in front of the plate and over the head of the catcher and over the right shoulder of the umpire on the bounce.
Curveball. Stays up. That's going to be 3 balls, no strikes to Davian Dominguez. He's looking to get on to try to get on base for Lujan, the designated hitter, and he does. He draws the walk, ball 4.
You know, Lee, none of those pitches were even close.
No.
They were way off, all 4 of them.
To me, Sepulveda looks like he's tiring a bit, but
he's only thrown 19 pitches too.
Okay.
But yeah, all 4 of those were way off. He came in relief, but those weren't close.
Elias Lujan, the DH, he squares around to bunt. Good, strong throw by the catcher. That would be Micah Pondo. I believe Ernest Lujan just got thrown out of the game.
He either got thrown out or he called him out on that defensive interference. That's what he was going to call, but then I saw the.
How's it defensive interference?
Because he stayed out on the batter. Because he stayed out in the play. He didn't move out of the way. He still got him out.
Okay, here's the rule in baseball. If he left the bat out there, did he leave the bat out in front of the plate? Okay, the hitter, the box is the hitter's. He can stay in there.
Mm-hmm.
But if he leaves the bat out there, that is interference.
And I guess you're out. Because that's what he called. Now I don't know if he threw him out. He called him out for that.
The call at second base was out on the throw to the catcher.
Yes.
So we're saying that's going to be a double play.
Yes. Unless they change it right here for some reason.
All right. I did see him square around, and when the pitch, it was a strike because the bat was out there. Mm-hmm. I was watching the throw to second and you saw the bat still out in front of the plate. That is interference. If the catcher hits the bat, that is interference on the throw.
And I don't know if he hit it.
No, right.
But he was definitely still out in there. He come up and threw over the top of him, over the top of his bat. And I'm not sure why the Lovington coaches are getting talking to. The Roswell coach immediately came over to talk to the umpire. The umpire talked to him for a minute, then strolled over to the Lovington coach. They're gonna change this call, it looks like to me, Lee, and that's why he's talking to the Lovington coaches.
Let's see.
Yeah, they're changing the call because it's not a double play. I guess they're just going to call it a strike.
It's still a put out at second.
Yes.
Okay, a two to I don't know who. Okay, the second baseman covered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Going to bring up right now. Nobody on for the Coyotes. 2 outs in the inning. Brings up number 18, the DH, Elias Lujan.
He's the one that tried to bunt him over. So he's got now a 1-1 count. Oh, he called it a strike.
0-2 now.
0-2.
Got to hang in there.
Yeah. What? Now he's saying 1-1. What? So he called that.
He called that one a strike. So the first pitch when he squared around was not a strike. There's a fastball away.
Well, I'm really confused because he was out with his bat. It doesn't matter. 1-1 now, 2-1.
Here's the windup by Sepulveda. Kind of ties Lujan up. He grounds it well foul past the third base dugout. 2 outs in the inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Slow curveball. Stays up. Runs the count full on Lujan. He's trying to extend this inning for the Coyotes. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Stays away for ball 4. Lujan on with the walk. Going to bring up number 10, The shortstop, Jacob Palomino for the Coyotes.
3 for 3, Lee. That's what Jacob is today. Home run and a pair of singles.
He did have a 2-run bomb, didn't he? Hit the ball. One. I think it's the hardest ball we've seen hit.
One of them, if not the hardest. The Bulldogs hit it pretty hard into some deep wind, but that was a good shot.
Right.
No doubt.
Right.
I think he called that a. Nope. It's a ball. Too far inside. Ball 1.
Palomino having a good day at the plate. Sepulveda with the pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Catcher backhands it like a middle infielder.
That's hard to do. I never played catcher, but it looks hard to do for a catcher. But
I tried not to teach our catchers to do that. Yep. Just to drop in front. You've got the chest protector on. Fastball. Called. Strike 1. Sepulveda with the sign, stretch, and the pitch, curveball, swinging, strike 2. I'm going to say it again. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
3 of a kind. Deuces
Should
wild.
be rubbing your bill cap. They do all kinds of funny stuff in baseball when it's 2s across the board. Baseball, there's more superstition in that than there is any other sport that I know of.
Yeah.
I may be wrong, but
no, I think you're right.
Try not to, when you're running off the field, to touch the white chalk line and jump over it. Fastball, foul ball to the right side. First baseman makes the play for the Wildcats. I couldn't see him because he was behind the dugout, past the dugout, but makes a nice play for the 3rd out.
So we're going to go into the top of the 7th. The Lovington Wildcats, one more chance here. They're down by 1 run. There were no hits, no runs, no errors. 1 runner left on base. Top of the 7th coming up. We're going to be in the middle of the order. Sepulveda, Sanchez, and Lujan coming up for the Wildcats.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
Do you know what the hardest part of dealing with the roofer is? Just trying to get them on the phone. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and I want you to know that you can always trust Trustmark Roofing to answer our phone. Need a free roof inspection? Just call us at 575-755-ROOF and we'll answer with a live person, a real human being. Have a roofing project already going with us and need to discuss it? Just call 575-755-ROOF and we will answer the phone. No answering machine, no voicemails, and no weird robot automated attendant. That's because at Trustmark Roofing, we're all about relationships and treating people right. That's true for customers and vendors and insurance companies.
Right now the Coyotes are the home team and they are leading by 1. So if they can keep them from getting a run across, they'll win this game. Lovington, of course, going to try to do the opposite. They're going to try to score a lot of runs and then hold Roswell in the bottom half. But that's where we're at. Juan Sepulveda coming to the plate. He is 4 for 4, Lee. Single. See if he can keep that going.
He's the pitcher for the Wildcats. Good curveball. Strike 1 by Jace Griffin, the lefty. He's kind of crafty. I like the way he throws. Curveball in the dirt, bounces off the catcher. Diego Villa, he trots out, gets the ball, has it back to the pitcher. All the defensive players for the Coyotes. There's a fly ball, center field. Center fielder on his horse, and he makes a semi-sliding catch on his backside. Nice play.
Yeah, great play by Davian Dominguez out there for out number 1.
That's what speed will do for you, Joby.
Yep.
Usually you play your outfielders a little shallower because they have good range, but he showed really good range coming in. Going to bring up first baseman number 5, Patrick Sanchez.
He'll look at strike 1. He's 0 for 3. He's got a walk, a fly out, and a pair of strikeouts. Or fielder's choice, and a strikeout.
I don't know if I said it. I don't know if I got it out, but everybody's playing straight away for the Coyotes. Fastball. Called. Strike. 2. Griffin working quick. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Evens the count at 2-2.
Got him.
Froze him with the curveball for the second out of the inning.
Next, number 19, Invitational.
So did the Coyotes have the lead when Griffin came in? Is he, in other words, is he in line for the win or the save? I can't remember.
He's in line for the save, I believe. I think he came in the 6th.
Okay. Fidencio Lujan, Wildcat right fielder. This is their last out. He hits from the left side in the pitch. Another fastball. Evens the count at 1-1. And the pitch by Griffin. He's working quick. He's getting the ball, getting on the rubber, getting the sign, and he starts his windup that quick. Knee lift in the pitch. Good curveball. Strike. 2. Is that 2s again?
2-2.
And 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike 3. Coyotes going to win the game. Griffin gets the save, does an outstanding job.
So no hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base, and the Roswell Coyotes will take 3rd place. The Lovington Wildcats will get 4th here in the 2025 Artesia Invitational. The Coyotes scored 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, went blank in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and then did not bat, of course, here in the 7th, none in the 6th. For the Lovington Wildcats, they get 7 runs off of 15 hits. They had 3 errors, and they left 14 on the base paths. The Coyotes, 13 hits, 8 runners left on the base. 8 runs scored, 2 errors on them, and 9 runners left. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and talk about this game and then set up our next game, which is scheduled to start at 1 o'clock, about an hour from now. Stay right here, Bulldog, or baseball fans. Lee and I will be right back.
Do you know what the hardest part of dealing with the roofer is? Just trying to get them on the phone. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and I want you to know that you can always trust Trustmark Roofing to answer our phone. Need a free roof inspection? Just call us at 575-755-ROOF and we'll answer with a live person, a real human being. Have a roofing project already going with us and need to discuss it? Just call 575-755-ROOF and we will answer the phone. No answering machine, no voicemails, and no weird robot automated attendant. That's because at Trustmark Roofing, we're all about relationships and treating people right. That's true for customers and vendors and insurance companies and employees. Anyone and everyone who comes in contact with our company. So if you have any roofing needs at all, trust Trustmark to treat you right and to answer the phone. Our number again is 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Coyotes end up with the win, 8-7, battled back. It was back and forth to start with, Joby, for about. Well, they took the.
Well, I got it here in front of me. So they both score a run in the 1st, and then Lovington takes the lead. They score 3 in the 2nd, Roswell 2. So it was 4-3, and then in the 3rd they trade. So Lovington scores 2 and Roswell scores 3. So it was all tied up at that point, 6-6. Nobody scores in the 4th, and then Lovington gets 1 in the 5th. Coyotes get 2 in the 5th, and that ends up being the difference because in the 6th they both go blank, and then in the top of the 7th they go down in order. So the final score, 8-7. Again, Lovington ends up with 15 hits, 2 more than Roswell. But they had 3 errors, and that didn't help them any. Plus, they left 14 on the base paths.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot to leave on.
That is.
The Roswell Coyotes had 2 errors of their own, and they leave 9 on the base path. But they get the win, 8-7. So they're the 3rd place champions here in the Artesia Invitational. And our last game of the day coming up here at 1 o'clock will be the Bulldogs and the Goddard Rockets, rivals in district. They know each other well, even though it's going to be the first game they see each other this year. Then they'll see each other twice, 4 games in district play.
Right. I'm going to go back to this last game. Roswell High improves their record to 4-7 on the season, and so that's going to drop the Lovington Wildcats to with a record of 4-5. So we'll see the Wildcats. I don't know if we'll see them before district play starts again in another tournament or two, but I guess it's good to see what your district opponents are like. They've got some good players and they've got some good hitters, so they're going to be competitive in district for sure.
All right, so going on over at the MAC, we got the girls softball tournament going on. It's the Artesia Invitational Military Appreciation, and the Artesia Lady Bulldogs are playing right now. They're about, if they're not already on at KSVPTV.com, they will be shortly as they're taking on Bernalillo in the final game of the day of the weekend for any of the softball teams. Bernalillo versus Artesia happening right now, so if you want to flip over to the KSVP TV channel, do it now because the girls are about to get underway. All right, so we're going to go ahead and sign off here. We'll have some commercials running, our Guys Chevrolet postgame show, and then we'll go back to regularly scheduled programming. Lee and I will be back here at 1 o'clock, or actually we'll probably start the pregame about 1:45, and then the game is time set to start at 1 o'clock. The Bulldogs taking on the Goddard Rockets. We'll be back then.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust